Lads, it's been a very long time since a video. Long fucking story, but we're here. And I'm sure you've seen those memes that are like, born to kill a dragon, forced to Excel spreadsheet all day. So what if the Warhammer 40k universe was based in today's day and age? You can just go watch Luton if you want to learn about Warhammer 40k lore. Or you can watch dumb shit like this if you're just into the hobby for a bit of fun. So, before anything else, today's video is sponsored by me. Check out the link below into some merch because I enjoy going to the gym and enjoy Warhammer 40k, so I thought I'd combine the two and create a merch line of Warhammer 40k. Cool, that's in the link below. Otherwise, what if Warhammer 40k was based in today's day and age? Catch you in there. We've been living in the grim darkness of the far future this whole time. We just call it office culture. Welcome to the year 2025, where there is only performance reviews. I'm talking about a world where your bolter is a laptop that crashes during presentations, where the God Emperor of mankind is your CEO who hasn't left his golden conference room in 3 years, and where heresy is questioning why we need another stakeholder alignment meeting. So let's take a journey through the corporate Imperium, shall we? The Imperium of man-agement. At the top of this hive city we call headquarters, you've got the High Lords of Terror, except they're called C-suite executives, and they communicate exclusively through quarterly earnings calls that sound like religious sermons. The God Emperor, he's your CEO, hasn't been seen in person since the company retreat of 2019. He exists only as a JPEG in email signatures and inspirational posters in the break room. His sacred decree, synergize or die. And Robert Gilliman? Oh, he's the COO who actually runs everything. You know the type. Writes the Codex Astartes, except it's called Best Practices, and it's a 400-page SharePoint document that nobody reads but everyone pretends to follow. This man sends Voxer messages at 4 AM titled Thoughts on Operational Excellence and signs off every email with "In service to the vision." The vision, by the way, is increasing quarterly revenue by 15% while maintaining our core values. What are those values? Nobody knows. They're on a poster somewhere. The Adeptus Mechanicus. Now, we descend into the depths of the corporate underhive, where the tech priests of the Omnissiah dwell. You know them as IT. These are the servants of the machine god, which in this case is a server room that sounds like a dying dreadnought, and runs on prayers to Windows 98. They speak in binary cat, which translates to, "Have you tried turning it off and on again?" They perform sacred rituals involving password resets, and believe that your inability to connect to Wi-Fi is a spiritual failing on your part. Need a new mouse? That requires a machine spirit blessing, 3 forms in triplicate, and a blood sacrifice to the printer god, who is cruel and demands only the finest of toner cartridges. Their sacred oils, energy drinks, and the tears of users who just wanted to print a PDF. The Space Marines. The Astartes of our corporate galaxy are obviously building security. These are the Emperor's finest warriors, genetically modified through years of mole cop training and tactical gear purchases on Amazon. They patrol the corridors like they're cleansing Xenos filth from a Space Hulk, except the Space Hulk is a WeWork, and the Xenos are employees who forgot their badge. Brother Captain Dave has never seen actual combat, but he's read the entire uplifting primer on active shooter response and will remind you that he could have been Special Forces if he wanted. They guard the sacred relics, the good coffee machine, the working printer, and the thermostat that nobody's allowed to touch because it's corporate controlled. The Chaos Cults. Pre-Imperium chaos lurks. And where does chaos hide in our corporate galaxy? Human resources. Oh yes, the ruinous powers have infiltrated through team building exercises and mandatory wellness seminars. We have the 4 chaos gods of corporate hell. Khorne, the blood god of aggressive recruitment. His followers speak only in phrases like, "We're looking for ninjas and rock stars," and "If you can't handle the heat, get out of the kitchen." They believe that employee turnover is just natural selection. Tzeentch, the changer of ways, manifests through endless reorganizations. Your department gets restructured every quarter. Your job title changes monthly. You report to someone different each week and nobody knows why. Nurgle, grandfather of decay, spreads his gifts through workplace wellness initiatives. Mandatory yoga sessions while your workload doubles. Meditation apps while your benefits get cut. They say, "We care about your mental health," assigning you 3 more projects. And Slaanesh, the Prince of Excess, corrupts through corporate culture initiatives. Team happy hours that aren't actually optional. Mandatory fun that's neither mandatory nor fun. Branded merchandise that nobody asked for, but everyone must wear with enthusiasm. The Orks. The Orks are maintenance and facilities. These are the real heroes of our corporate Imperium. They fix everything with duct tape and pure willpower. They speak their own language, mainly consisting of yeah, nah, and she'll be right. While your department spends 3 months getting approval for a new stapler, Big Kev from maintenance has already rebuilt the entire HVAC system using paper clips and determination. They're the only ones who actually understand how anything works. The building would collapse without them, but they get zero recognition because they don't have degrees in PowerPoint creation. Their battle cry? Someone put in a work order, but I'll just fix it now. The Eldar. The ancient Eldar manifest as management consultants. They arrive in flowing scarves and sustainable fabrics, carrying leather satchels and speaking in riddles about digital transformation. They claim to see the future, specifically the future where your company fails if you don't pay them $200,000 to tell you what your own employees have been saying for years. They're 10,000 years old and have the wisdom of ages, which they'll share with you in a deck with 47 slides about leveraging synergistic paradigm shifts. They disappear just before any actual work needs to be done, leaving behind only cryptic advice and a consultant bill that makes your CFO weep. The Tyranids. But the greatest threat to our corporate Imperium comes from beyond the known galaxy, venture-backed startups. The Great Devourer takes the form of some company called Synapse or Nexus or Vertex, always ends in X, that just raised $50 million to disrupt your industry. They consume entire market sectors, leaving nothing but buzzwords and broken dreams. Their bioships are WeWork spaces in converted warehouses. Their warriors are 23-year-olds with computer science degrees and dangerous amounts of confidence. They advance with the unstoppable hunger of the hive mind, except the hive mind is Series A funding, and the hunger is for market domination through AI-powered solutions. The Necrons. Deep in the tomb worlds of corner offices, the Necrons slumber. These are senior VPs who've been at the company since before email existed. They awaken only for quarterly reviews, emerging from their ancient sarcophagi to ask questions like, but how does this impact the bottom line? And what's our ROI on this initiative? They are deathless beings of pure corporate bureaucracy. They've survived 7 CEOs, 12 reorganizations, and the transition from fax machines to the cloud. They speak in the ancient tongue of business jargon. Let's circle back on this. Take it offline. Leverage our core competencies. No one knows what they actually do, but they've been here forever and will outlast us all. The Imperial Guard. And finally, we have the Imperial Guard, the rank and file, the ordinary corporate citizens. That's us. The 40 billion souls grinding through each day, armed with nothing but coffee and spite, facing down the horrors of Monday morning all-hands meetings and Friday afternoon quick sync-ups. We are the forgotten heroes of this corporate crusade. We fix the printers that the Mechanicus won't touch. We attend the meetings that the Space Marines consider beneath them. We endure the chaos corruption of mandatory team building. We are the thin beige line between order and the complete collapse of the quarterly projections. The grim darkness. So, here we are, in the grim darkness of the corporate future, where there is only work. In this future, there is no peace amongst the cubicles, only an eternity of Slack notifications and the laughter of thirsting shareholders. The Emperor protects, but his protection comes in the form of health insurance that doesn't quite cover everything and PTO that you're too busy to use. We serve the Imperium from 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, with occasional overtime for the glory of the quarterly earnings call. And in the darkest corner of this corporate galaxy, in the depths of the supply closet where hope goes to die, you can still hear the ancient war cry of our people. Is it 5 o'clock yet? Subscribe if you too serve the corporate emperor. Hit the notification bell if you have ever had your soul crushed by a performance review. And remember, in the grim darkness of office life, there is only the next meeting. The Emperor protects, HR does not.